Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is January with Trading the Charts Pro. And guys, in this video, this is actually our Sunday stock picks session where we're going to bring up 4 bullish tech stocks that we feel have the potential to do very good in this upcoming week. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to break it down right here, right now with you. Okay, let's go. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with looking at the tech sector futures because, we're going to actually play 4 futures stock in this upcoming week. So, in preparation for tomorrow, we want to see, how is futures looking right now. Yes, yesterday we already did a full analysis of the overall market direction, but we still, want to start off, just look at this to ensure that our thesis, from the overall market direction is still at least looking good. All right, so when we look at this, we're still seeing the actual inverse head and shoulders still building right here. So we're looking for tech to pop up, and then if we get that pop up, we are looking for this index on a whole to continue moving to the upside. So that will support our thesis as to why we're looking to get into these 4 stocks right here that we're moving over to. All right, so for the first stock, this is actually QCOM. Guys, I like QCOM, right? In order for you to get good at reading patterns, you have to do a full analysis of what this stock has been doing, for at least a year. Once you look at the pattern for a year, you can get a full lengthy history of how the stock has been progressing, all right? So when we look at QCOM, well, big picture, guys, we're seeing that this thing is pretty much in a very nice uptrend, all right? However, before it actually run and make this lengthy long-term uptrend, we have these section where we'd break out and then we move sideways just a little bit, eventually break out and continue moving higher. So yes, this stock is making higher highs and higher lows. However, as of February, this stock hit a double top, 1 top, 2 top here at resistance, and as well as the index QCOM started to fall. All right, so when we look at this, they're like, well, is this a good stock to buy? Well, technically yes, guys, because when we look here, there was a major gap that was left after this stock gapped up on earnings in November. Also, the level that it gapped out of was a resistance level. So you see, price was just moving sideways inside here. Eventually, price broke out and we continued to move up ever since. So this is actually the first time price action has the ability to come back down into this zone. So now we came down, we touched the 200-day moving average, and we pretty much are starting to build a sideways consolidation here. This is actually a swing trade. This is not a day trade. So what I'm looking at is, does QCOM has the ability to move back from 129 all the way back up into the $167 area. All right, we wouldn't necessarily wait for it to hit the exact $167, but what we look at is, okay, this area is actually a area where once price get inside here, there's a probability that is having a harder time to go any higher. So when I look at this right here right now, I'm seeing a situation where if this is considered as support, because the concept here, all resistance here now becomes support, as long as the price is able to bounce and break out of this level and start moving back higher, then that support the thesis that this is the lowest the price action is going to go here in the short term. If price breaks down tomorrow and completely tank below this level, that means would no longer consider this trade. But as it is right now, I like QCOM. This is very bullish in a say. It's bullish because we are pretty much ahead of the chart, and this is really a place that you want to get to. You want to get to finding the trades before the trades actually play out. So looking at this right here, right now, in my mind, I'm seeing a probability of QCOM gradually crawling back up into the 162 to $167 level. So when we look at it from where it's at right here, this is roughly a 30 points potential. This is a swing trade. It may take a month, maybe, a month and a half for this thing to get from 129 all the way back up here to 162. So this is the first stock that I'm pretty much highlighting that I like right here. I'm looking to take this right here, come Monday when the market opens. All right. So that's the first stock. Stock number 2 is COPIN. All right. So why do I like this one? So guys, if you've been following the market, you heard that, we have a lot of shortage as far as chips goes, all that stuff, semiconductor. So this one right here is a semiconductor stock, but I'm not really trading it off the fundamentals that there's shortage, and we're not really waiting for all of that to come true where higher demand is gonna drive revenue and all that stuff. We're strictly trading this based on pattern recognition. All right, so when we look at COPIN, what we see is price accelerated very hard from from January all the way into February. This thing was beasting. However, it hit resistance all the way up at 1360, and then price pulled back down in what looks like a bull flag concept. Now this is not a bull flag, but the concept, the characteristics of the price action looks like a bull flag concept. So what this means is that price run up, builds a consolidation, and when we break out, we're looking for next leg up. The characteristics is true, even though the price range or the length of time that price actually move is a lot wider. So the characteristics still is real, and you can use the characteristics as a guide to take the trade and follow the trade and take the profits to the upside. All right, so when I look at this, we see a support level down here, and then there's a resistance down here. Now on Thursday, we see price come down, boom, and eventually price break out of the resistance on Thursday. On Friday, we had a follow through. So the way I'm looking at this is, can price gets back all the way up here to $13.60. We're at $10.80 right now. So this is roughly a 3 points potential to the upside. And if we can actually take out this level, the 1360, then there's a probability that price action can move beyond that point. So if I take this right here, or I'm actually looking to take this right here, and I would be risking about $1, maybe $1.50. So my risk here is about $1.30, $1.50, and my potential reward is $3. So it's not the highest risk reward ratio, but based on the characteristics of the price pattern setup, I still like it, and I'm taking it right here in anticipation of price getting back up to the resistance. Guys, one thing about trading is you typically use some of the past price action behavior as a potential guide to see what is the next level you can ride this price action to. That's one of the best concepts to use when you're trading. It's very, very hard when you just come out here and trade some random price action that doesn't have any history and that doesn't really have any guide. The only way or time that I really feel like that really works is you're in a situation where you're just investing and you believe in the fundamentals, you believe in the story of the company, and you're just holding long term for all of that belief to come to fruition. All right, but what we're doing here, we're just working on technical charts based on some things that price action has done before and some of the present characteristics to anticipate what are some of the next move. Right, so that's our second stock. Our third stock that I actually want to look on right here is also a semiconductor stock. All right, but the reason why I like this one as well is not just because it's semiconductor, is the price structure. So when I look at this one as well, you can see the chart looks very, very similar to the last chart we just looked at, which is COPIN right there. We see price accelerated very nicely, and then we came back down. We actually came and touched the 50 EMA. Guys, the 50 exponential moving average or your 50 SMA, these are critical levels that a lot of times you will see stock come back and bounce off those levels. Once stock bounce off those levels, and start to move back higher based on the pattern structure, I feel like that is a good sign that at least, for the short term, price is going to continue doing what it was doing in the past. And in this sense, we see the bull flag concept characteristic here, and price break out of the concept here, and we're looking for price to continue moving higher. Now when price action gets back up here to 24, now based on price action understanding, I would start to be cautious because the pattern can change up here. We can end up getting a double top. So looking at MVIS right here, microvision, semiconductor as well, my risk would actually be, if it falls back down below 1537, then I would no longer like this trade. So technically right now I'm risking about $2, right, to make a potential from 17 to 24, $7, right? So technically the risk is almost 3 times the potential reward. The reward is 3 times the potential risk. That's the way you want it. That's the way you want it to be. You don't want to be taking greater risk for a smaller potential reward. All right, so a quick error right there. All right, so we like this one. We're looking for it to come back up to the $24 level, and if it does that, we will take our profits around this level. I like the price structure. We were moving down. This was a resistance. The support was on this side. You don't buy in a downtrend, so now we see clearly a breakout of the resistance, meaning that price can start coming back to the upside. How do we know we're wrong? Well, if we get a reversal right here and price continue to move back to the downside, then at that time, I would no longer be really interested in this, because now it's going against the entire thesis of the trade. But when we add some additional confirmation to this trade, we look at, for example, the MACD and the histogram. We're seeing on the histogram the momentum is curving around. We're seeing on the MACD we're about to get a cross back up, showing that momentum is actually moving in the direction that the price action is going. We also saw on Friday we had volume came in, and volume usually is an indication that price action is, our buyers are coming in, pushing this thing in the direction that we're seeing, or based on the analysis, the thesis that we currently have for this chart. Okay, number 4 is net. So this one is a software stock. When we look at this, okay, let's do this. All right, so guys, again, price action on understanding is very, very important. When we look at, net, Cloudflare, this stock was moving in a very nice uptrend. It came back to this level, found support quite a few times, and then from there, we pulled back, same support, run up, pull back again, made a lower support down here. But at this level, I didn't really like it as much. Yes, some people were like, yo, you can pick it up here, but as a technical trader, the risk is a lot higher buying it here for a trade. Why? Because we could probably get a continuation to the downside here, but now I'm seeing a pattern here that I actually recognize, and this pattern really mirrors the pattern of the overall index, which is QQQ, or the NQ futures. So when we look at this, just this piece right here, we're seeing a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern that would take us from 76 up to 95. Quick math, that's $19 to the upside, given that we can close or break above the 50 EMA. All right, we see 50 EMA acting as support. So here it acts as resistance. As long as we're able to take out that level right here, now we'll start looking back to see, okay, now this pattern here is back into play. I would look to see, can price get back up to this level at 95, or another level that we can look at is this level right here at 85. So our first level would be at 85, given that price came to that level before and sold off, and our second level would actually be 95. So if we take it from where it's at right now to 85, That's, you know, $9 potential to the upside. If we, you know, if we see price reverse like this, we don't get a confirmation tomorrow, that means would not be in the actual trade. All right, so this one is just, we have to be, you know, cautious on the entry and not be too proactive, but wait for the clear signs to take an entry on this. We look at the MACD. This thing is oversold, getting a MACD cross histogram about to turn back to the negative to the positive, and we're looking to see some volume start picking up on this thing here sometime soon. So as long as the index continue to do what we anticipate tomorrow, these are the 4 stocks that I'm bullish on. All these setups are actually bullish. So these are what we're looking to play right here, right now. Guys, I hope you did find some value inside this video. If you did, hit that hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell. And guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.